Hello, today I'm going to talk about this book that's called George's Marvellous Medicine. And the author for this book is ROALD DAHL. And I'm going to read the text back here and then I'm going to talk about this book. It's not very much, it's only 100 pages. It's not very much. The rule would be this: whatever he saw, if it was runny, powdery or gooey, it went in. And now I'm going to talk about this book. And this is the persons that's going to be in this book. George Cranky, Mr. Killy Cranky, Grandma Miss Cranky. And I'm just going to say George and Mr. Cranky and Miss Cranky and Grandma. So I'm not going to say Killy Cranky or George Cranky, I'm just going to say George. But now I'm going to talk about this book. It starts with George has a grandma that is not very nice to him. She says like this: take me coffee, take me this, take me that. So he was like her slave. But when his parents come, she is very nice to him. Because she doesn't want to, George's parents to know that she's doing that to George. So George is angry on her. He thinks of a plan. Wait, I'm going to see what the plan was. I'm not finding it, so I'm not going. But he at least he could do a medicine to her grandma. So he goes to some places in his house. I think the bathroom, the kitchen, and some other things, places he went to in his house. So he poured everything in, and then it's time for medicine. It's time for her for his grandma to eat the medicine. But she doesn't know. She had a medicine that didn't even work on her, that she drank every day. But this day was a little bit different. She flied up into the chair, and then she swelled up. When you come down on the chair again, she swelled up, got taller, 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 and taller, and she wanted more and more. So she got higher than the roof. And I want to say one thing. I'm sick today, but it's alright. I can make a YouTube films. I can make it, but my nose is, I don't know how to say, but when I try to breathe with the nose, it sounds like a helicopter. That's not fun. It's like a helicopter, like that does that. It's not fun. Okay. So I'm trying to breathe with my mouth, but it's a little bit hard. So if you hear something like a helicopter, that's why. So you just know. And I'm sorry for if it happens. If you guys don't like helicopters, it's my fault. But now I'm going to talk more about this book. So then, George's parents comes home, and then Mr. Cranky, he's interested in things. So when he sees George's grandma that's so tall, so he says that give it to a chicken, pig, horse, and everything. So then it's all done. It's nothing more left. So Mr. Cranky says that George needs to do more and more so they can get rich. So then George does it wrong. He doesn't remember everything, but he put like over 100 things in the for the medicine. The second medicine he did got only the feet tall, not the body big. So then the third one, the neck got super long, and then the last one, the fourth one, did so the chicken got so tiny. So then Grandma comes that's tall and thinks it's a cup of coffee. So then she drinks everything. She is drinking everything, and then she becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Then she's like a what is this called? A tiny bacteria. So she just disappears. You can't see her with your own eyes. And then George feels a power in his fingertips, and he got at the start of the book, Grandma said about magic, that it's real, and George got how should I say? Listen. Frightened. He got frightened. And then that was all for this book that was called George's Marvellous Medicine, and the author for this book was ROALD DAHL. This book was fun, easy to read, interesting and very good. And my best character for this book was George. Only George. And my next video is a Swedish book, I think. And bye bye!